Good day, I'm John Mark E. Handayan, and I'm going to talk about two topics today, which is the concepts, principles, and practices of nuclear power plant and ocean thermal energy conversion system. How does a nuclear power plant work? Electrabel has 7 nuclear power plants, 4 in Duel and 3 in Tihange, covering half the electricity consumption in Belgium without producing CO2. But how exactly does a nuclear power plant work? A nuclear power plant works to a large extent like a conventional thermal power plant. Water is converted to steam which drives the turbine connected to a generator. This generator converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy. The only difference is that the heat which converts water into steam is produced by nuclear fission and not by burning coal, natural gas, or biomass. The nuclear power plants of Duel and Tihange use fissile uranium oxide. Uranium oxide is compressed into fuel pellets and packed into sealed fuel rods. Multiple rods in turn form fuel elements which are immersed in water, with a reactor vessel made of 20 cm thick steel. The reactor vessel is subsequently hermetically sealed. The fission of the uranium can now begin by bombarding it with neutrons. In each fission, 2 or 3 neutrons are released. They in turn cause new fissions, thus create a chain of reaction. In a nuclear reactor, it's important that this chain reaction is controlled. After each fission, only one released neutron should cause a new fission. Boric acid and water of the reactor vessel and lowered control rods absorb the oversupply of neutrons. By lowering all the control rods at the same time, the chain reaction is stopped with 1.3 seconds. A nuclear power plant with a pressurized water reactor such as Duel and Tihange has 3 completely separated water circuits: primary, secondary, and tertiary circuit. In the primary circuit, the heat released during the fission of the uranium nuclei heats up the water in the reactor vessel to a temperature of 320 degrees. The pressure regulator keeps everything under high pressure, so the water does not boil or form steam, hence the name high pressure reactor. The hot water passes via the primary circuit to a heat exchanger or steam generator. This is a cylindrical device with thousands of pipes in reverse U shape. The water runs through these pipes and gives off heat to the water of the secondary circuit which flows alongside the exterior of the pipes. The water in the secondary circuit heats up and turns into steam. Steam from the steam generator drives one or more steam turbines. These turbines consist of a series of blades installed in a shaft. The high pressure in the steam causes the shaft to rotate very fast. This in turn drives the generator which ultimately produces electricity. Somewhat like the dynamo on a bicycle, transformers increase the voltage of the electricity produced by the generator, allowing transportation of the electricity to the end users with as little loss as possible. To cool down the steam coming from the turbines passes through a condenser. Cooling water from the tertiary circuit passes through the tubes of the condenser. In Duel, this cooling water comes from the skill and Tihange from the mass. The steam from the secondary circuit condenses to the water and is returned to the steam generator, to be heated again to steam. The warm cooling water is brought to the cooling tower. There it cools through contact with an ascending airflow, the naturally chimney effect as it were. The majority of water is collected in a basin at the bottom of the cooling tower, and then turned to the condenser. Almost all the water is subsequently discharged back in the skillet or the mass. Only a small part leaves the cooling tower as water vapor. The second topic is the OTEC, or Ocean Thermal Energy Conversion System. Did you know that we can use the natural temperature differences in oceans to produce clean electricity day and night and all year round? This is called Ocean Thermal Energy Conversion, or OTEC. Works best in tropical equatorial zone. Here in the ocean temperature difference is at least 20 degrees Celsius throughout the year. How does it work? The ocean's warm surface water vaporizes a working fluid with low boiling point, ammonia for example. The vapor expands and spins a turbine that is coupled to a generator that produces electricity. The vapor is then cooled by cold, deep sea water. That way, the working fluid condenses the back into liquid and you can reuse it, makes it continuous electricity generating cycle. That's all for my PIT video presentation about the concepts, principles, and practices of nuclear power plant and ocean thermal energy conversion system. Hope that you like it. Thank you and God bless.